Hello everyone and welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. My name is Pete. I have a bit of a cold at the moment, so forgive me if I sound a bit different today. And joining me is...
I'm Viv.
And Viv does not have a cold, so hopefully she'll come through loud and clear. Okay, so anyway, when we last left off, we just gotten back from the excavation site, whereupon we discovered the idol of Baphomet and discovered a weird mosaic that gave us the image of a church when we put the chalice in the middle of it via the reflection. And so the chalice has now served its purpose, so we now head back to the Villa de Vasconcelos to give it back to the Countess. Doesn't this take you back?
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
So yeah, Lopez is already a lot nicer to us than he was the last time.
Yeah.
So he hasn't tried to feed us to the dogs once yet.
Yeah. So.
Lopez, one man and his hose.
It's a beautiful story. Let's see what he makes of the freshly polished chalice.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I've had the chalice polished.
Oh, it is magnificent.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
It's done by a professional priest, no less. That's how magnificent. Let's head upstairs and have a word with the Countess.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
To be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
So, shall we talk about the chalice?
Yeah.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Go. So she now finally knows where Don Carlos ended up. So now, let's talk about the Countess herself.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians...
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Let the record show, I did try to ask the priest, but there was no option. So old memory like a steel trap Stobart here forgot to ask the priest, obviously.
Oh, she has about enough now.
Yeah, she does. There's one in the mausoleum, so let's go and collect that.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
But first, since we didn't get a chance to look around this room the last time, let's have a look around.
The Countess de Vasconcellos seemed a lot happier than the last time we met.
What else we got?
It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see the garden, including Lopez, who was still watering the damn thing. It was a large window with shutters.
Will we somehow see Lopez through this one as well? Let's find out.
Okay.
From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often.
If you're playing Hitman Blood Money, I think that's a prime accident location. Just saying.
There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair.
It's a nice
I didn't
room.
recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
Oh, that's actually recently become relevant again, because apparently Terry Gilliam has finally got his movie made of Don Quixote after 30-odd years of trying to get it done.
Oh.
So, yeah.
There was a
deal.
boar's head over the fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like quite a boar, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Boom, and if you will, tish.
Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
Take it anyway.
Yeah, why not? It's hardly the weirdest thing you've tried to get through customs.
Beside the fire was a stack of logs for fuel. Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
Fire!
Again, not the weirdest thing we've brought through customs.
The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold.
So shall we try and neck the fireplace as well?
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
It was way too warm to light the fire.
Oh,
Do it anyway. She's old. She'll feel the cold.
true that. Don't think there's anything up. Can't even look at the chalice. That seems a bit weird. Oh, we can look at the Templar seal, though.
Military hardware, medieval style. I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting.
And why
Oh.
not?
Jousting would be fun while we're here, though.
Yeah.
Now, before we head back into the garden, there is a mirror up here.
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink. From the scum in the sink, it looked like he shaved there.
Now, we have no need for it yet, but there's an icon for picking up, so obviously we're going to take it.
He robs everything.
Mm-hmm.
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great. It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't. It was just a little unless you count.
Okay.
I love suits of...
Yeah, we've heard this before. It hasn't changed since the last time.
Where's the dogs?
They're down the corridor
Do we
here.
actually get to see them? Do we get
I
to
wasn't
pet
going to put on the armor, and I couldn't see anything else to do with it.
No, afraid not. Well, actually, see what happens if we go down here?
them? Oh,
Lopez and the Countess may have warmed up to George, but apparently the dogs still haven't, sadly.
they're just chihuahuas or something, aren't they?
Mm.
Like they're that yappy.
Right, while we're here, let's have a word with Lopez. If memory serves, he'll direct us where we can find a Bible in the mausoleum.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
And first, let's just check he's cool with us borrowing the mirror.
I borrowed your mirror. I hope you don't mind.
No, senor. If you think it will be of help.
Yeah.
And obviously, this is an adventure game, so sooner or later it will. Anyway, let's talk about the Countess.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcellos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
And moving on to the chalice itself.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
There's more intrigue to throw in the pile.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobar.
Go and steal a Bible now.
Yep.
Go on.
Yeah, may as well just get the Bible while we're here. And we can talk to her about the kids when we get back. And once again, doing the overly long walk down the garden path. And this time we can just go straight in. Don't need anyone to unlock it.
The chess pieces had been removed, and the Bible returned to its resting place. The candles had been lit. The Countess's way of saying thanks to her ancestors, I guess.
There's the old chessboard still there.
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
Nice decoration, though. So here's the Bible.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Alright. George is like such a TV.
So anyway, now armed with the Word of God, we'll head back to the Countess. Your own time, George.
He's got to be super smelly at this stage.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. We should probably go for a shower. Hey, Lopez, got a second? Come on, George, get in there. There we go.
Oh, and yeah, it works out fine.
There we go. I feel refreshed and happy. Oops, we've just talked about that. We need to talk about the children as well.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Okay, let's talk about the missing chess piece first of all.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
There we go. So now we have to find the missing children.
Oh, do you think they'll still be alive?
It's unlikely, given it was,
It's going to be icky.
600 odd years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a bit ripe.
But anyway, first things last, we have the Bible.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what's it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay, so now we have another thing to discuss with Lopez.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Okay, let's talk about wells.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
That's unfortunate.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Okay, have you thought about it? Oh, come on.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Okay, I suspect we need to come back later.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Okay, so I think, we haven't got that before, so I think that just triggers the next stage of the conversation once we hit a certain point, so...
Well, I suppose he's always watering that lawn. The water's probably draining into the well somewhere.
That's a valid point, actually, yeah. But no, we just have to do something to... Just have to hit the right flag to progress the story a bit. So back to the mausoleum we go. Okay, so what do you say have been George's crimes so far, Viv? We've got thievery, that's obvious. Impersonated a doctor, impersonated a police officer, and an electrician. There's probably many others that I can't even remember. Vandalism as well, when he put his crowbar through the tablet in the catacombs.
Is he going to do grave robbing now?
No. What do you say to a spot of arson?
Arson?
Yeah. See this candle that's never been lit? We're going to light it.
At least it's not necrophilia. He's in the mausoleum.
That was uncalled for, Dave.
I was worried when you were saying that.
Well, I can't think where to find the missing children. Let's just have sex with the corpse while we're here, shall we?
And why not?
Ugh. I want to make it very clear there is no necrophilia in this series.
He lies.
Alright. Okay, so we have a thing here, so we need... we have a big old rod, and we need to... That just sounds so wrong considering the rest of the conversation. Okay. So we...
I'm so sorry. Oh, calm down.
See, I'm trying to think of a way to say this without more innuendos, but there isn't one. Okay, so we've got a big old stick and we need to light the...
Pokey stick.
We've got a big pokey stick. We've got a pointed stick and we need... What you're listening to, everybody, is the death of this YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. Good night, everybody. Oh, anyway, so we have a big stick here and we need to light the candle. So what do we have? We could use as kindling.
Oh. Bible? No. Sorry.
No, it's back with the Countess. No, it is in fact...
Oh, the snotty rag.
No, it's grease painting,
Oh,
not
yeah,
snotty.
sorry.
So yeah, the old handkerchief is finally coming back into its own.
That's been through a lot, that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
It's been with us through thick and thin.
Uh,
And then we light on the candles. Oh, I think I got that wrong. Hang on a second.
It was a rod with a cone and
I
a
see.
hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing. Now that it had given up...
I think I have to click the lectern rather than the candles.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was clicking the candles, but I must just click the rod again. Oh, come on. Honestly, I have played this game before. I supposedly know what I'm doing. Ah, here we go. There we go.
Fire.
And now it will oh. Nope. Candle was blown out.
Oh.
So obviously, we have to close the window first.
Oh.
I think that really is just busy work. I mean, we already figured out the puzzle. I mean, just one extra click. I mean, that's not...
It's unlikely it's going to actually...
The tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
So apparently we can reuse it.
Oh. Burn everything.
Yeah, and same again. Burn everything. Start with the candle, but burn everything.
Oh. It's burning anyway.
It's burning brightly.
Ah, come on, that's burning a little bit too quick. Look at that. Already wax falling down.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Now, what could this be?
What is that?
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Let's have a look at this.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
Let's see if we can shed any light on this, if you'll pardon the rather terrible pun there. Let's see if, what Lopez makes of it first of all. If I can just click on the exit.
Yes, that paragraph.
That's the punishment for arson. You have to stay by the mausoleum forever. Let's see what he makes of this. Your own time, George.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah.
Yes, George. Ah. Well, I suppose we should probably own up to this then. Countess, George has something to say to you. Go on, say you're sorry. Say you're very, very sorry.
Hello again. What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Well, she's fairly cool with it.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Right, let's go back and see if Lopez has come up with any ideas.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick, a Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
Okay, so we have some hazel trees over there. So, just let him know the Countess was cool with the candle burning.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor.
Yeah, I think
Where did you get
it was hidden in...
This.
And you, my lady, will be furious.
No, it's cool. She realizes how important finding this key is.
Important update there.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobar.
Okay, let's go see if we can find a
So
branch.
that was what a hazel tree looks like. I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Of course not. That would be far too simple. Okay, so now we need to find another hazel tree. Now, where could one be? Oh, look, a hazel tree.
Oh,
It
That's
looked a
so
lot like a hazel tree.
gross.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect this puzzle was included at the end of development. They just had to rush it a wee bit.
Like throwing in.
Yeah, but anyway.
It was a thin, supple twig of hazel.
But anyway, we now have one hazel twig. Let's see if that's up to Lopez's standards.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go!
Sounds so scientific.
Yeah, it's here somewhere.
Does she just fall into it or
Um,
something? Oop. Oops! Found the well! Ouch! No.
Success!
You're so
There's no
bad.
well.
You've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Oh ho.
Okay.
2, 3.
Oh.
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
You always trust Lopez to see the bigger picture. Okay, so down, down, deeper and down. Well, this is cozy.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
You had to say it, didn't you, George?
Is this where we die?
Thinking back to how long it had taken the can to fall to the bottom, I stayed as far from the edge as I could.
I don't know, jumping off something tall seemed to serve you well in Marie, George.
It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water. I'd already risked my neck with one death-defying leap in Syria. I wasn't about to push my luck again.
Yeah, like I said. A big old pile of rubbish over here.
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
He had a tool.
Look, we've got a tool right here. Ominous music there.
Oh.
Now, creepy bit.
Oh.
We've got a massive fuck-off lion's face over here.
A great stone lion's head with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head. Save me from the lion's mouth.
Waiting. Interminably waiting.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. A great stone lion, as far as I knew, waiting.
Yeah,
the
we
words
have
of the psalm kept, save
Yes,
me.
alright, we'll get it, George. Okay, and I'm now just going to quickly save here for,
We die!
for reasons that will quickly become apparent.
It's gonna be like Indiana Jones, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh.
The penitent man
I
shall
could
pass.
hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
So obviously what we're going to do is stand here like a
Yes.
lemon until...
Senor Stobart!
Ow!
Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
Oh!
Senor Stobart!
Never fucking better like that.
Okay, so test run not so successful. Are you okay?
That's the best death, please.
Okay, so having learned our lesson,
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
so now we just quickly go literally anywhere else. The penitent man shall pass!
Oh, he wasn't quick enough.
No, he's okay.
He was. Wuss.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Signor Stobart! Signor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
So, what are we left with behind the lion's mouth?
Oh, a big boulder.
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to find a way to shine the light over here.
That's what you need the mirror for.
Exactly.
Reflects the light.
Remember the words of the psalm, bring to light the hidden things.
Oh.
So it's all coming together.
Oh. Is it just a bunch of corpses?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Aha. So now we know what we're looking for.
Now I knew what I was looking for. It only took a few moments to find it. And there it was. A worked socket, as smooth and perfect as if it had been carved only yesterday.
And wouldn't you know it, we have the key right here. The penitent man shall pass.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
And what could be through here? Oh, and there's the children, with the missing chess piece still in their hand. And just to continue with the chess motif.
They're just hitting too well.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
So yeah, something of a bittersweet ending to the Davascan chalice arc.
At least they know.
Right, so back to Paris we go.
Just walking to Nico's.
And oh good, Andre's here.
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
You're helpful.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain.
Moving on.
Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
It was a big
He
rock.
started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars.
And we've come
They
full
are said
circle.
to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Oh no, what a pity. And I was so looking forward to that.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was?
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Okay, so off to Bannockburn we go.
Is that a real place?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. Like, have you ever seen Braveheart? You know, the charge at the end of the film. You know, in the year of our Lord 1314, Patriots of Scotland, Fields of Bannockburn.
I wasn't sure if it was one of these made-up places, which sounded slightly like a real place.
Actually, I think this one around about the same time as Braveheart. So there we go. Great minds think alike, I suppose.
Oh.
Did I just refer to Mel Gibson as a great mind? Anyway.
Yes, you did.
Well, anyway. So, yep. This is where it all ends, everybody. So, I'm going to call this episode to a close now. So, join us next time where we'll finish this game off. And Nika will be with us for a change. Won't that be lovely? Okay, so say good night, Viv.
Good night, Viv.
Good night, everybody.